As soon as I get back in the Oval Office, I'll also immediately end the war on Christians. I don't know if you
and
feel
welcome to the Faith Report, bringing you those Christian news bites you won't find in mainstream media. In today's video, I want to talk about some interesting developments regarding former President Donald Trump and the issue of religious liberty. As you may know, Trump has officially launched his 2024 presidential campaign, and he's already making some bold promises, particularly when it comes to protecting the rights of Christians in America. While speaking at a campaign event in Iowa, Trump pledged to create a federal task force focused solely on combating what he called anti-Christian bias if he's re-elected. He claimed that under the Biden administration, Christians and Americans of faith are being persecuted and government is being weaponized against religion like never before. As evidence, he pointed towards a recent House Judiciary Committee report, which alleged that the FBI had targeted traditional Catholic groups as potential domestic terrorists. Trump said that he feared that evangelicals could be next. Now, I don't want to speculate too much on the validity of the claims in this video, but it is clear that religious liberty is a major issue that's contributing to the division in America today. If elected again, Trump vowed his Justice Department would establish a task force to investigate all forms of illegal discrimination, harassment, and persecution against Christians. He also criticised President Biden for failing to mention Jesus Christ in his speech at the National Christmas tree lighting ceremony. Trump said, "It's hard to celebrate Christmas without mentioning the birth of Christ." So, what should we make of this? On the one hand, I understand why many Christians feel increasingly marginalised in society today and wanting stronger protections, and there have been numerous high-profile court cases and controversies pitting gay rights against religious freedom. Groups like Little Sisters of the Poor have faced pressure over their conservative views, and traditional beliefs about marriage and sexuality seem to be eroding in the wider culture. So, I do kind of get why Trump's message resonates with evangelicals who feel under attack and want a political champion. However, critics argue that Trump is exaggerating the threat and stoking unnecessary fear and resentment between groups. Surveys show that Christians still make up a sizable majority in America, and while cultural winds may be shifting, the long-term solution isn't likely to come through federal intervention alone. As with most complex issues, there are good arguments for and against on multiple sides, but either way, religious liberty remains a key American value enshrined in the very First Amendment of the Bill of Rights. Exactly how we uphold freedom of conscience for all is sure to remain a thorny question for generations to come. Well, friends, what do you think about all this? Do you think that Christians are facing growing persecution that requires a stronger federal response? Or is Trump just politicising the issue and exaggerating the problem? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, keep the discussion thoughtful and charitable. Until next time.
Upon taking office, I will create a new federal task force on fighting anti-Christian bias to be led by a fully reformed Department of Justice that's fair and equitable. Its mission will be to investigate all forms of illegal discrimination, harassment, and persecution against Christians in America. They are going after Christians in America. Who can believe all this stuff? A new report from the House Judiciary Committee proves that the Biden FBI actually targeted Catholics as potential domestic terrorists. Do you believe this? Evangelicals will not be far behind, because when that starts, it starts happening on a very major scale.